The road to hell is paved with adverbs. So said Stephen King. What do you say? Writing on Air from Chapel FM.
Centre here on day 3 of Writing on Air. We've just had a fantastic discussion. Get Well Soon was the title of the project. If you missed it, you want to hear it, it'll be on the website, certainly by tonight, the end of tonight, if Elliot can make it happen. Definitely tomorrow. So plenty more this evening happening, lots of live events. And there's one happening now. We've got the poet Jaspreet Mander here with us, who's going to be presenting her own programme. A kind of extended poem, I think, that she'll explain. So, big round of applause for Jaspreet, please.
Thank you. This piece is an attempt to share the voice of land, Punjab's land, to share with the listeners how the land voices her pain, puzzlement, and resilience, how she has gone on producing food grain despite an entirely chemical-based farming practice, alarming fall in underground water, and a phase of economic prosperity that has been waning lately. How she has gone on at huge risks to her health and future. In this narrative, Punjab's land speaks to her sister, the land in West Punjab in Pakistan. She apprises her sister of her present state and exhorts her to save herself from a similar fate. India and Pakistan are often called the arch enemies. Indeed, they are. In politics, enmity sells like nothing else. Lands, however, need no enmity, no vendetta. Lands everywhere long for dignity. They hope for responsible farming and growth models which can be sustained by environment and humans. Here it is. Stop the sordid staple. I am land, the land of Punjab, a province in the northwest of India, more than 4,000 miles from England. To my west lies another Punjab, Pakistani Punjab, my sister cut off like my left hand. In 1947, when the British left and India gained independence, Punjab was split in two. Two sisters ruthlessly ripped apart, never to join hands again. 77 years have gone by. Our scars may have healed, but we carry ulcers deep in our bellies. That's how it is. When men battle out their grand dreams, their tug-of-war, their larger-than-life narratives, land pays the price. That's the saga of lands in the world. Fewer triumphs, more defeats, fewer laughs, more tears. I veer off too much into the past. I question myself, why this harking back to past? Perhaps the ghosts of past are seldom at rest. They accost us. The more we feel, the older we are. I had better return to the present. I am East Punjab in India, a landlocked province with hot summers, cold, fog-laden winters, scanty rainfall. Here I am in 2024, over 4 million hectares of my arable self. I am bruised, I am tired, I am drained of energy, I am at the end of my tether. For centuries past, I grew wheat, maize, oats, pearl millets, cotton, sugarcane, barley, all kinds of pulses. Men and women worked with me, plowing, hoeing, sowing, weeding, reaping. It wasn't easy. There wasn't much money. I used to see men and women toil, become one with my soil. They nourished me with manure, good, healthy manure. I don't know how much buffalo and cow dung, how many leaves and berries, vegetable and fruit remnants I absorbed each year. No one had heard of chemicals, urea, fertilizers, DDT, pest control mixtures. In those days, farmers didn't buy seeds from stores, agricultural companies. They nurtured their own seeds, saved them for future use. They irrigated my fields through a network of canals, which the British had spread in western Punjab. The rains themselves fed me, sun, rains, and I. Together we sprouted seeds and saplings. I loved wheat, cotton, maize, oats, pulses, barley, pearl millets, and they loved me. Until young farmers began to say to me, "You're not producing enough. We need more crops." I'm trying, as I always have. What you're doing is not enough. Why? We need higher yields. We need bumper crops. We need you to feed far more people than you've ever fed before. Has the population of Punjab increased so much? No, it's not just Punjab. It's the whole of India. We need 2 staples now, wheat and rice, to feed the whole of India. What's the hurry? Don't you know? The British have gone back to Britain. We are on our own now. So we are. We can't blame the British anymore. Famines, poverty, earthquakes, incompetence. We can't carry on blaming them for all that. Easier to blame, I guess. Time we took on responsibility. So what are you going to do? We are going to have a green revolution. A what? A green revolution. The kind they've had in Mexico and Philippines. When the green revolution comes to Punjab, it'll be the best thing that's happened since when? Since the British left and India became independent. Oh, I see. What's green about this revolution? Green? I don't know. Green wheat and green rice, that's all. How about green everything else? Green trees, green woods, green pasture land. Young man, do keep it in mind, revolutions are loaded. They are double-edged swords. Let's see what green revolution is like. They say I'm getting on, past my best, growing the medieval stuff, old-fashioned, outdated. They say, who wants to eat rough grains, bland legumes, insipid oats. They say they've had enough of native wheat for hundreds of years. They say it's tedious, tiresome, to keep growing all those lentils, black, green, red, brown, yellow, off-white, whole and split lentils, over and over and over again. What about innovation? Can you hear me, my sister in West Punjab? Please listen to me across the border. I'm sending this message through the southwesterly breeze, calm and bracing. I hope my words reach you softly, noiselessly, as leaves drop from trees in autumn. I hope my fate doesn't befall you. Listen to my message, my sister. May it keep you on your guard. What happened to me, may it never happen to you. Listen, my sister, from late 1950s to 2024, throughout these 60 years and more, Punjab's farmers have been pumping me with synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides of increasing potency. Nobody thought about why the hybrid varieties would need more chemical food, more pest control potions. Oh, how these chemicals made me parched. Nobody thought about why I needed more water than before. Where would so much water come from? Nobody had thought about that Punjab doesn't get much rain, except the tail end of monsoon winds and a few spots of unseasonal rain. Where did it leave me with my chemical-induced thirst? Nobody had thought about it. So they started drawing out water from inside my body. Thrilled with this technique, they used more and more of their clever contraptions. As if this were not enough, they brought in hybrid rice, a new crop in Punjab. But my soil was not made for rice. What's more, rice is a water guzzler, and Punjab has never had that much water. Nobody had thought about that either. The new rice seeds, which were thrust into me, were the worst guzzlers. They demanded chemical inputs, just like hybrid wheat, fertilizers, anti-pest sprays, which kept getting deadlier and deadlier. For planting rice saplings, Punjabi farmers looked for cheap labor. You might wonder why they didn't do the planting themselves. Well, they simply didn't know how to do it. They'd never done it before. Standing in waterlogged fields up to their knees for days and days was alien to them. Besides, the Punjabi attitude was, why should we do it ourselves when we can get others to do it for a pittance? And so, for decades, there was a scramble for thousands of men and women to plant rice saplings. Poor men and women from Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, the big rice-producing states in North India. And then another terrifying development unraveled. As water was needed, As water was needed many times more than was available, farmers sought measures which went way beyond the normal. As more and more rice was cultivated, deeper and deeper my thirst grew. It felt as if thirst was sown into me, gnawing, more consuming, and soon they arrived. The bore wells. The bore wells at 50 feet, 70 feet, 100 feet, submersible electric pumps sucking water from deep inside my being, drawing it up days and nights, months on end. It was never-ending, deeper bore wells, 150 feet, 200, 250, 300, 350 feet, still digging, deeper and deeper and deeper. So it has gone on ever since, 30, 40, 50, 60 and more years. Underground water diminishing, depleting for rice grown ever so recklessly. The brainchild of West and East, who could have known Green Revolution would turn wholly agrochemical, a biotechnology project, a complex puzzle, Monsanto-driven, profit-governed. The promoters of Green Revolution hadn't thought through its fallouts. The green had melted out, blade by blade, shard by shard. What was left was anything but green, anything but green. The Green Revolutionaries couldn't have imagined what a conundrum they had created. A conundrum, my dear sister, with no easy way out. Their dream had soured. Listen, my sister, how young farmers praised me to the skies in 1980s and 1990s. Oh, my wondrous land, my golden goose, you are the pride of Punjab. You don't know what you've done, what you'll continue to do. You've eradicated poverty from Punjab completely. You filled the nation's granary to the full and made it overflow. You've made Punjab, a tiny province of India, achieve a feat marvelous, miraculous. You've raised incomes and living standards for millions. Famines are a thing of the past now. Even when rains fail and droughts loom large, there's no shortage of food. Oh, dear mother, look at me. I've rebuilt my house from scratch. Not renovated, but built it afresh after demolishing my old mud and straw hut. It's a big 2-story building. I've got 2 air coolers and an air conditioner. I own a car and 2 motorbikes. I've furnished my lounge, dining room, and bedrooms with good quality furniture and silken curtains. Lavatories, bathrooms, and kitchen all boast of modern fittings. My children, 2 boys and a girl, go to good fee-paying schools where they teach the key subjects in English. Encourage pupils to speak English all the time. It's all because of our combined efforts, yours and mine. It's all because of modern ways of farming through machines, tractors, diesel-run plows, combine harvesters, spray machines. Bravo, big lady. what we have been able to do with you, what you have done for us. Oh, sister, please don't let yourself be taken in. This is one of the facets of the imbroglio. Listen instead to this father speak to me of his child. What do I do, my dear land? What's happened? Why are you so distraught? My little girl, who's now 17, has had this nasty respiratory issue. It's called allergic bronchial asthma. What's that? What's happened to her? Each year, just as wheat harvesting kicks off, my daughter develops severe breathing difficulty, and I must rush her to the state-run emergency service. Lately, things haven't worked well there, so I have no option but to take her to a private clinic. They give her intravenous injections to relieve the spasm as soon as possible. When she's at home, she has to nebulize every 4 hours. Nights are the worst for her. How long does it go on? A month at least, sometimes even 2 months? It must be so difficult for your daughter. How does she cope? She has to miss lessons at school. Music lessons are impossible when she can barely breathe. Her prescription drugs cause side effects. She gets tremors in her hands and headaches. Why does it all happen? The pulmonologist says she's highly allergic to wheat dust and wheat chaff. Wheat chaff and dust? Can it cause such serious breathing problems? It does. The specialist says dust and chaff mix with noxious chemicals which float in the air as wheat gets harvested. Urea, the synthetic fertilizer, and pesticides, which are sprayed so heavily, don't disappear when we harvest the crop. The specialist calls it the dust and chemical detritus, playing havoc with people's health. He says, lungs, trachea, eyes, nose, skin pay the price for bumper crops. Gosh, it's worse than I thought. It is. My older boy, who's just turned 22, gets a terrible skin allergy. Each year, in March, April, May, and later in October, November. Take care, my sister. Please take care and learn from our mistakes. By the second, third week of October, rice gets reaped with combine harvesters. What is left behind in fields is millions and billions of stalks, 2.5 feet above my ground, dry as tinder. People call it stubble, something unwanted, something to get rid of. But that's not stubble. It's dried stalks, which farmers want to clear out by the third week of November so that they can irrigate the fields once again and start sowing wheat. Some recklessly clever person hit upon a great idea. Let us burn the stalks out, have our fields cleared once and for all. No inputs, no expenses, clearance in a few hours, all in one go. Once again, nobody questioned the idea. Nobody thought of its impact on the environment, on human health. Every farmer took to burning the dried rice stalks staunchly, unquestioningly, faithfully. Listen again, my sister. Listen to what an old woman said to me the other day. Oh, dear land, my Punjab's land, what do I do? My eyes burn all day, all night. My skin scalds. There's no respite. How do I explain it? Where do I go? Look at this black haze everywhere. No, I'm wrong. It's no haze. It's no morning or evening mist. Some say it's smog. It isn't smog. It isn't early winter fog. It's thick black smoke, pungent, acrid, laden with ash, charred bits, mixed with dangerous chemicals, pollutants hanging in the air all day and all night. It is poisonous, airy brew we are forced to inhale all day, every day. Mad fires raging in the fields, angry embers hissing for hours, thick, dark ash settling everywhere, in human throats, noses, lungs, on plants, trees, shrubs. Every conceivable surface puts up with chemicals and chemical-laced fumes. Along with unwanted stalks, the fertile topsoil, millions of earthworms, insects, nitrogen-fixing bacteria, all are charred to death every year without fail. Something bitter is stuck in my throat. Something scorches my windpipe. This deep, raspy cough. I am gasping. I am gasping. Is it the pall of death which clogs and chokes? Is anyone listening? Oh, my sister, it's enough. Enough is enough. I hope I'm not past saving, but I may be. At least save yourself and your people. Tell them what I have shared with you. Caution them. As for farmers on my side, with full force of my being, I say, stop the vicious stalk burning. Stop the deadening cycle of wheat and rice, rice and wheat. Change the crop pattern if you want to survive, if you want your land to go on. My muted screams say, bring back some of the old ways. Tincture them with your innovations. Oh, dear sister, please heed my warning. There's not much time left. I am depleted of nutrients. I am sick and tired. I am on the brink of turning into a desert. Punjabi people and I, together, we'll be annihilated. The old timeless ways and a measured approach might help me recover. I can regrow. I can regenerate my shriveled soil, my rich subterranean life, my invisible insect world, my terra firma, my flora and fauna, my productivity. But for that to happen, you must stop the sordid staple you feed me. Stop the sordid staple now, right now. Can you? Will you? Thank you.
From Seacroft. East Leeds, Leeds, Yorkshire, Europe, the world, the universe, the multiverse. Writing on Air.